What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Brother Nature, Fight Reacts. What a great way to start this channel off by bringing back some old school Pride Fighting Championship. And what's the best way to do it? Fedor Emelianenko versus Heath Herring. This is actually a iconic fight. This is early in his career, and this is actually a full display on what he was capable of doing back in the day when he first started. I think he does not get the credit that he deserves. And yeah, so this channel ideally is to give credit to those who deserve credit back in the day and even new fights today. So, yeah, this is Pride 23, Heath Herring, Fedor Emelianenko. We can break this down. I'm trying not to get copyright purposes. Shout out to the person that did upload this. And I've seen lately that there's a lot of people uploading Pride fights, full fights with the intros and all, which is awesome. I believe this is his second fight in Pride. His very first fight, I think, was Sammy Schiltz, that was incredible also. But let's hop right into it. Fedor Emelianenko, Heath Herring, let's go.
Look at this crowd. Look at this ring.
You know what? Like I have to admit, a lot of people. It's another guy that people don't really give credit to. Heath Herring was a back then. I don't know exactly what his record was at this time, but Heath Herring was, I believe, top 5. Um, this is before Brock Lesnar got a hold of him and pounded his face in. So, um, but this, Heath Herring was a complete beast back then. He was definitely not an overlooked opponent. He was a threat himself. Not small either. This guy, I mean, Heath Herring was a big dude.
Crazy horse, Heath Herring.
And then you had this iconic figure that really nobody even knew. I mean, the Russian people knew who he was back then, but he was a Sambo champion, I believe, and he was a champion in judo. I mean, I'm sure someone can correct me, but even before this fight, if you watch the pre-fight talk, Bas Rutten and the other fella were actually thinking that Fedor was going to lose. So that just shows you, like, this guy really came out of nowhere. And Fedor was a very small heavyweight too. Fedor was like, I think 6 foot, 225. I mean, come on, guys, that's unheard of.
Emelianenko Fedor. Boss, you know a lot of people in the States by the name of Emelianenko?
No, not one. You?
That's when you know you're not in Kansas anymore.
Fedor also is, by the way, a strange name.
Well, strange to us, but it's probably like Smith and, Rutten.
Yes, and like Herring.
I love these Pride fights. They're so raw. So raw, to be honest, man. These fights back then, like I loved how you were able to just like soccer kick people in the face. Like I understand there's rules now for certain reasons. Like that would just be full blown barbaric. But back then it was like, let's really see who can win with like very minimal rules. And you have to respect that. Like these guys went in going against competitors that were clearly juiced, and like it didn't matter. None of that shit mattered.
In Holland, we would eat herring there. And actually, he is eating it. He loves it, he said. He told me. Which is very healthy.
That's really a Star Wars-esque hair design there on Mr. Herring. Whoa! takedown.
That is not.
At this time, Fedor's striking wasn't really that great. I mean, he was still young in his career, and around this time, like his wrestling he was a beast on the ground. He was an absolute unit. Let's keep this going.
Very super smart move there.
No, he
It's like
gave this
even
guy what
control.
this guy wanted, because he theoretically would have wanted him to stand up and throw knees and kicks. But he went in, was it a front kick or a knee? Well, he's working from the bottom, and
He's going to escape.
Emelianenko staying on
even
top.
right there, like those transitions right there. Oh shit! Hold on. The transitions on the ground were amazing. Again, Heath was not a slouch either.
Heath working his way to the turtle position.
He's going knee bar. Yes, he's going for a knee bar.
And Fedor gets out. Fedor on top. A lot of scurrying there. Heath almost got out from under the bottom. Now he's on the bottom of this guy, who's a judo champion.
Yeah, judo.
Yes, but he was also on the bottom of Nogueira, and he escaped that many times too. So
yeah, Nogueira. That's amazing that a guy like Heath Herring of that size can.
Fedor's just content, like in these days, of just raining down bombs on your face because he was so confident in his ground game. Yeah,
Move quick enough to get out of those triangle chokes of Nogueira and everything else. But either one of these guys, when they win, they get to get in the ring with Nogueira. And Fedor jumping back into almost side control. Herring trying to get guard and giving it up. And there's the knee by Fedor.
Oh my God! Like the knees to the head, knees to the head back then were insane. I remember Mark Coleman doing it all the time, like just bombing people with his knees on the ground. That's why you have to respect these fighters in this era where the rule set was very limited. You were able to do these things.
yep, you don't want to eat those.
No, I think Heath is conserving his energy. He knows and respects this guy.
That was a good blow there.
Especially that right hand that he ended the combination with. Fedor cracking Herring again.
See these transitions?
Moving through the side like it's nothing.
Yeah, Herring didn't do anything to prevent that either.
Yeah.
It's just his ground game was so underrated back then, and people were like, "Oh my God!"
I think at the moment that Fedor is going to go for a submission, Herring will escape and go back to his feet, something like that.
But Fedor just cracked him 2 times. Is Herring hurt here?
It looked like
he hurt him with that left hook, boss. I think Heath is hurt.
Yep.
He's hurt. It was the left hook. And
gotta do something now.
And Fedor just pounding away in a position to throw some knees. Herring is really having problems getting out of second gear here.
Complete control, just mauling him on the ground, not giving him any space whatsoever. Like I said, I mean, a lot of the younger generation now coming up, they never really gave this guy respect because he never fought in the UFC. You have to fight in the UFC. You guys might not know this, but Pride versus UFC at this time, Pride had the best fighters in the world. UFC did not. So let's get that straight.
Yep, but don't count him out.
No.
There's some blood there, and I don't know where it's coming from.
Oh. Whoa! Herring falling out of the ring. Boss, Herring doesn't look in good shape here.
No.
Heath is in bad shape. And that was from
Oh. Whoa!
Herring falling out of the ring. Boss, Herring doesn't look in good shape here.
No.
Heath is in bad shape. And that was from the right hand.
He's got a big cut.
Yeah, he's got a big cut.
Jeez.
Wasted no time in putting the big
Jesus, why do I keep doing that?
Man from Texas on his back.
Oh my God.
And
oh my God. I mean, dude, the amount of power that this guy was able to generate just off the ground strikes alone, and in a short amount of space. because Fedor, he was a shorter heavyweight with short limbs. It's just incredible to see what he was able to do to a guy like this who's much bigger than him.
Pounding him away. Now the doctors are looking at it and considering stopping the fight. We have 6 doctors here at ringside. And that's a lot because they don't want to see any undue punishment to these athletes. They want to have them come back and fight another day, giving them the eye exam. That's a nasty little mouse under the left eye of Heath Herring, though.
Yeah.
That was from the right hand.
Got me, Mick.
Okay,
we're gonna see the replay of that.
And Heath scrambling to get
just
guard,
giving him no
and then eating some punches, including that right hand there.
Boom,
And Fedor
boom,
blasting
boom,
away.
Boom.
And those are some good shots.
Yeah, this is shades of
He
Igor
was just
Vovchanchyn
not
at his
giving
finest.
any
Look at
chance
those.
whatsoever.
Except for this guy can wrestle. Okay, we're gonna get the restart.
Nice.
Referee.
Heath Herring was a beast, though, man. Even when Heath fought Brock Lesnar and was just getting his face punched in like Gorilla punched him the whole damn time, he never gave up. Heath Herring was a monster then too.
Yuji Shimada restarts the fighters, and Heath going high with a left roundhouse kick, right leg roundhouse kick to the body of Fedor. Fedor trying to counter, and Fedor jumping in and suplexing Heath Herring. Unreal. He picked the big man up like he was nothing.
Whoa, very surprising. And you told me before.
Yeah, the ability, his strength was so unreal for a guy his size. Again, you guys have to realize, this is back in the day. There were big dudes then, too. This is the era where Bob Sapp, you had a lot of big heavyweights. I mean, yeah, he's mauling this. He's mauling.
He said, watch this guy, he's very good, but he is getting up here. I hope for him, he's got to get up. He cannot take more of those punches that he ate before. Those, you don't want to take too many.
Well, I had said it before that Emelianenko is here for a reason. He's not.
This was Fedor's bread and butter, the ground game at the time. This was before he really learned to comfortable in the striking range.
Not here as a gimme to Heath Herring, obviously. Both these guys deserve a shot at the heavyweight title, but it's a thing where there's only room in this town for one sheriff, and they're going to find out who that sheriff is going to be. Right now, the man packing the badge and the gun is Emelianenko Fedor.
Oh, and he's doing it good. He should escape, he should buck, he should escape, he should try to get up.
Fedor is dominating Heath Herring at the moment.
What a control.
With control, ground and pound. His punches are just power-packed. Like I said before, it's shades of Igor Vovchanchyn, except Fedor is a wrestler who can punch. Oh, what a huge left hook!
Jesus.
Oh, and he's turning away. I don't know. That's not a good sign.
No.
He wants to go for that knee bar again, it looks. But I don't know if that's a good idea. Yes, you see. Oh
my God.
But don't count Heath out.
I'm not going to count him out, but right now, I'm not counting him in because he's really taking a beating here.
Yes.
And there's the knee.
These guys are tough as nails.
This really surprises me that Heath just can't seem to get started.
Need him into the head again.
Yep. Same thing here.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's a game plan, but it didn't work.
Mauling the shit out of him.
Like take it easy the first 5 minutes or something, but Fedor is mauling around.
Yeah, I mean this guy is just mauling him. Fedor seems to have all the answers here. He's quick. That's the thing. That's the difference here. The difference is the quickness.
And he
this
jumps.
Time, Fedor was the complete package. Complete package. He was fast. He was strong. His ground game was elite. With just his transitioning and his ground and pound. And I think, even the submissions. I mean, he was a complete package. Then, if you just look at him from a fighting standpoint of what his skill set was.
So easy. Out of the guard, go to the side.
At 6'1", 227 pounds, this guy is all over Heath Herring right now, and we may have a restart standing if they sit here for too much longer. But it's been Fedor all the way. Oh,
He's going for an armbar. Ooh, and a sweep, armbar sweep.
It's just those
Good control here by Fedor. Wow.
this is basically a flawless example of ground control by the man from Russia.
Okay. Half guard. I thought there was a mount.
It looks like it might be any second.
Yes, he's looking for it.
But I don't think the mount is the right position for a guy that's bigger than you like Heath Herring, because it would be easy to throw him off and get top control with
He's giving him
Emelianenko on the bottom.
It's almost like a
I think he should stay with side control or half mount.
Khabib type style at this point.
But he's taking his time here. He's done quite a bit of damage so far.
I bring that up because Khabib was in combat sambo too, and I've heard many interviews with Khabib talking about how great Fedor was. He was well respected.
I'm wondering what instructions Herring is going to be getting once he gets to the corner.
I think, he's going for the mount now.
Oh,
no, Herring won't let him. The corner of Heath Herring is telling him just keep controlling him right now till you feel good for your air, and then go.
I forget how
power
long
shot.
This guy's got some serious power from the guard.
10 minutes or so.
You can just feel those punches. You know what it is? The short, compact fighters can get more velocity because they don't have the long limbs.
Yes.
Whereas a guy like Herring, he can't, because he's in close like this, he can't deliver any velocity because his arms are too long.
Yes.
He needs to be standing up so he can get the distance.
Yep. He should try to get back on his feet and then use the front kick. And forget about high kick. And kick to the body. Because it didn't work now.
Yeah, he's got to get up.
And I don't think it's going to work after this either.
Well, Heath starting to strike back with the back fist from the bottom. Oh, what a right hand! Fedor is just blasting those punches.
3 minutes left.
It's going to be a long 3 minutes for Heath, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
he's got to get out of this position. He can't see the punches coming, and Fedor is going to keep digging those shots to the side of Heath's head.
He's got to stand up. He's got to stand up.
No space. He missed the beast.
Well, mount position.
Mount position.
What is he going to do? This is an escape. And now he's going to back door like he always did, see? Whoa. But he doesn't stand up.
Why should he?
Oh,
you mean Heath?
Heath.
Dude, most guys at this point would have just given up and would have just they would have just huddled up and let the ref stop it, covered up their face, and just said, "Forget it. I'm done." This just shows you again how tough Heath Herring.
I think Heath has been dilapidated to some extent here.
Yes, I think so too.
I mean, he's going to have to regroup. Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is not good. This could be everything. It could even into an armbar.
Yeah, because this guy has submitted a couple of guys. One with an armbar, one with a guillotine choke.
Oh, that right hand was hard.
It's just his punching power is just ridiculous. On the ground.
2 minutes.
There have been a couple of guys who can fight from the guard and hurt people. Gary Goodridge, Don Fry, Igor Vovchanchin. And now this guy joins that alumni of a man who can really pound guys at a short distance. Uh-oh.
This could be the trick for Heath to get out. No. Fedor's got too much control.
No, man, he's not
Look
going
at this.
nowhere. Pull him out.
He's got to get out. He's got to bug, get out.
Uh-oh.
No, and he's got the choke.
He's got it. Oh, no!
No, he doesn't have it.
But still,
he almost
doesn't have it. And
now he should slip out.
Here's where most guys would just give up and just tap out because they got beat so bad at that point in time. They're just like, oh, this is my way out. I'm gonna tap. Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor. But no, I mean, it's insanely tough how these guys were. Like, they were so tough back then.
The back door and stand up. That would be the
Their pride was in the way. They're like, nah, man, no matter what, can't tap out.
Good thing for Heath. I hope
He looks like he's ready to quit boxing.
Yes, he doesn't do anything.
Yeah, he's really taking a beating here. I would have to say, from what I've seen so far of Emelianenko Fedor in this fight, I don't know if I've ever seen as destructive a guy from the guard. Uh-oh!
Look at this. Oh, now.
Okay, now,
Yes.
now finally we see Heath on top. Wow!
And he better start moving now because he's got only 1 minute left.
Full throttle.
Talk about guts. Right when we were getting ready to count Heath Herring out,
Look at this.
is he gonna? If he finishes him, it will be Rocky all the way. He's got north-south. Fedor's in a bad position, but Fedor is a little bit too close. Uh-oh. Oh, he should have thrown that.
Oh, that would have hurt.
Okay, Heath pounding away. Fedor turning.
Even though we're saying like, yeah, he needs to get going. Like, just think of how much punishment that he just went through, just to get to that point where he's on top and now in a dominant position. He is jacked up. He don't think that he's got a fresh mind going on. Like, oh, I'm on top and I'm now I'm gonna win this. No, man, his mind is all discombobulated from all the strikes. You see his eye from like the first 20 seconds of the fight. His eye was not even there. It was non-existent.
He's just looking fresh. His face may be done, but he's looking fresh. So God knows what round number 2 is going. Whoa, there we go.
If Fedor blew all of his gaskets in that first round, he's going to have hell to pay in the second round. Because if it ends up in that position, wow is right. That was 9/10 the Russian and 1/10 at the end. The American fighter Heath Herring going back to his corner all busted up. Fedor put him through the meat grinder in that fight.
Thank God that Heath Herring's hair looks a little bit like his face, so it doesn't. It kind of matches.
It's straight out of Hellraiser, straight out of Evil Dead 3, whatever. Fedor completely just assaulted Heath Herring. And Heath Herring could do little more than cover up most of the time, but he was able to weather the storm, and near the end, after reversing and trying to get into a comfortable position, trying to get out of the way of those bombs that Fedor was blasting him with, and that was over and over like a jackhammer, that right hand and that left hand. This has been a really tough thing, and Heath comes in with that left kick, which set up that
beautiful takedown.
That was awesome. And the doctors are really going to look close at Heath Herring right now. But Heath flipped things around.
Oh no! They stopped the fight. The shots are too big.
I got one.
Beginning days of Fedor Emelianenko. This was prime time. Pride days was prime time for Fedor. And I'm sure Heath Herring probably wanted this fight to go on. But he was, I mean, could you imagine if the second round, Fedor got him down again and did it again? Like, he just ate so many shots. They did the right thing with calling this fight. Yeah. So, yeah, guys, if you enjoyed my reaction, I got plenty more to come with a lot of these fights, UFC, Pride. Yeah, if you enjoy it, like the video, subscribe, man, playing around. And yeah, to the next one. And yeah, if you got requests, let me know. I will do a request. Um, but yeah, peace out.